Yes. Again, this is that had all the tension and the back and forth that you'd want from a grand finals. So that was just the semis. We've got the main event yet to come. Yes, what a show that was, and to think it was after after Oh Boy took the first round, after the pretty decisive result in the first round of the second set, into what feels like a complete reversal of fortunes, with Aphelion ascending to a higher plane of existence, and Nina and Metal having the chases of their lives. Like what an impressive turnaround.
Absolutely. And they will meet Team Rocket in the finals. So
Absolutely.
super, super good to see. I would say Team Rocket has some killers that they share with Team Aphelion in the pool. We've seen Lich, which to be honest has been the pick of a boy, of course, but it's not
Yeah.
something that Team Aphelion have historically shied away from. They're not too upset with picking that. Unknown definitely is going to be a contested pick as well.
We'll see how much harm can be done in due time. No, I'm at this point. We've seen some great matches. I am taking it as it comes. That's where I stand. We're taking it as it comes.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen Rocket win an event before, Team Rocket. I always love new faces in the competitive scene, being able to make your name. And that is
Absolutely.
what's so nice about Tenax, right? You can be a small team. You can go up against the giants. You can take some names and you can put your own name out there.
Absolutely. That's the joy of a league like this. Really, it's you see some teams and some names that are rocking around the comp scene for a long time. Have been doing this for years, and then you get a newer team that occasionally just comes up and says, "Nah, I think we got this," and
Yeah.
then you see what we've just seen, and we see, you know, um, Aphelion again. They very much felt like the underdogs going into this, and they have put on a commanding performance.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing if they can show Team Rocket what they just did to Oh Boy.
And if you turn off the nameplates, right, you wouldn't be able to tell that they came in as the underdogs, right?
No,
Because
you
their
would not.
their gameplay has been so good.
It absolutely has been. And shows that even against like some incredibly proficient players, playing killers they're very comfortable on, a single really skilled survivor chase can make or break it. That was in both those cases. It wasn't like, obviously there was some incredible coordination, but we were all losing our minds um about Metal and Nina like breaking ankles and taking names. So maybe it's fanciful to hope we're going to see that in the grand finals, but maybe you would say it would be fanciful, but to expect it in the semis against Oh Boy, and here we are. So I'm living in hope that we're going to see something fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle going to 5 games today.
Yeah, we could keel over
I've
in
been shouting.
yeah, we're just going to keel over like a dead fish by round 3. I'd have Cassie take over the casting because we'll be too tired to do it. She's just woken up, so she's got a bit more energy, I miss.
Yeah, so I don't think you want to give Aphelion blight
Yeah,
against
perhaps not after what we just witnessed.
what we've seen so far from Team Rocket. They have been very proficient on M1 killers, so I'm expecting picks like Demo and Doctor to get taken out of the pool, as we've seen previous teams do. Now a real sleeper pick for Aphelion could be the Dredge. It's something that they are very, very proficient on, and is something that does not really play like an M1 killer. So maybe a weakness for Team Rocket in that. But yeah, Team Rocket has been so dominant on the survivor side in particular, in my opinion. All of their players have been nothing but impressive every time we've seen them in Tenax.
Yep, I'm
And
inclined to agree.
they're keeping up that form as well.
Yeah, genuinely, if I was onto Aphelion, I'd both feel very, euphoric about how those semis went, but also quite scared, because Rocket Rocket are also a very like oh boy is obviously a very scary team in their own right, but Rocket Rocket have been if I remember correctly, they have won before. If I remember correctly, they've won at one event before, like here
Yes,
at Tenax,
they've
and they've been in
won
semis
once.
at least once.
They're trying to get the second one. They
Yeah,
did go second place versus Team Gorilla in our last event. So they want that win again. And I can confirm the first pick of the grand finals. It is going to be the first.
it is the first pick. Yes, but what killer is it? I'm joking.
It is the
I'm
first.
joking. I'm joking. I'm just interested. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Henry. Our teams are deciding the maps at the moment.
Maybe this is something that Aphelion forgot was in the pool
It's possible.
because Rocket's 237 win streak on the first. You might say that this guy probably has some experience playing the killer, right?
Yeah, that would check out. I think that's more games of the first played in the like 2 months since he came out than I've played in total in the past like 6 months. That's an absurd amount of practice on a very new killer. Even though, and normally you think, oh, that killer's just been changed. Maybe they'll be a little uncertain with dealing with his slightly changed state. No,
Nope.
not Rocket, not Rocket. I'm confident Rocket's already got like that rate, like 2 PCs at once playing first on each hand, like to get that many games in. That's relentlessly impressive.
I've
Um,
actually seen killer streamers do that who play in the morning on EU. They just have to deal with such bad queue times that they start queuing up once they are in game on their one account, so that they have the second one ready to fire up without having
yeah,
to tank the low queue times.
I saw that. I saw people doing that in 2v8 as well, where they were queuing up for 1v4. Before play while you wait, where they were queuing up for 1v4 Survivor in between their killer 2v8 lobbies. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I even with 2v8 being shelved for now, I'm still so unhappy with DBD's current matchmaking. It's just not really a fun time.
No, it's not. But yeah, it benefits me. I play a incredibly dogshit killer, so I can appreciate it. I can appreciate occasionally getting people who don't know what they're doing because that's how my killer wins games.
The second pick has come through, and
Yeah,
to nobody's surprise, it is the Blight. Team Aphelion are running it back, electing Gas Heaven as the map for their Blight match. I can definitely see why they picked this. It seems like they are very confident in the set. And you've got to remember, that was not even their final form, right? If they
yeah,
actually get the right survivor to be first chase, not the for the people survivor, maybe
yeah.
they can get an even more impressive result.
That would be a really strong raising of the bar after an already really strong Blight semis. That would be relentlessly impressive. I look forward to seeing that.
Now, we did make some changes to the tournament format. It is no longer a best of 5 in the grand finals. It is now a best of 3.
Makes sense given that we're doing it all in one day.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no! Twins have been banned.
Ah, unlucky cowards.
Yeah, we are judging you from our casting chair because we're in an appropriate, like as we all know, we are casters. We can do no wrong. So
Yes,
our judgment is final, and our judgment is that you're lame.
we are very wholesome, and you must like us as an audience.
Yes, yes, we are objectively correct. That's how that works.
Also, again, a quick reminder. If you're enjoying the content, if you are liking the tournaments that we are bringing to you every other week, go give us a follow for Cracked Media Official on Twitch. Maybe subscribe if you feel like it. Join the Discord if you have a comp team for yourself, whether you're brand new to the scene and want to get your feet wet, or if you're an experienced roster trying to farm some prize money, get that little +1 tournament win on the Steam
Yeah,
page. I know it's very tempting. Feel free to sign up. We do these tournaments every other week. And since we are now broadcasting the whole event, get yourself casted. I think it's always very fun
absolutely.
to
Be
to
great
have your
fun.
game broadcast, have some commentators pogging over your place. It's I love doing it, so please keep it coming.
Yes, give us more people who we can lambast for banning the killers we like.
Yeah,
Speaking of
don't
which, they just banned Crossu.
they really have it out for you.
Yeah, yeah. Someday, someday.
Okay.
Okay, so this we've got the full pick and bans through now. Since the Twins ban, we've seen Crossu, Wesker, Dracula, Deathslinger, Trickster, Cenobite, and Spirit banned. The tiebreaker is looking to be the unknown. I think that's Dead Sands.
Ooh,
I hope it's Dead Sands, because if it's Irie of Crows, that would be a mistake. It's hard to tell with the icon. But yeah, that's going to be looks like unknown on Dead Sands as our tiebreaker. So we're going to start with
yeah.
this. It'll be yeah. This is going to be a really interesting. This is a set of the weird little guys. Um,
I know that we were one of the first tournaments to put unknown on Dead Sense, and I
yeah.
remember everybody hating it because there is much less rubble and debris on the ground on Dead Sands than there is on Wrecker's Yard. So the
yeah,
good old tactic of just run into the unknown because he's harmless will apply in this case.
sure.
Because it's would be a shame if he could just look down to hit you with a shot, but no, you just trivialize his
Yeah.
power by running into him.
You should run into the unknown. That's the thing you should just do.
But yeah,
Um,
at this point, unknown Dead Sense has become something that is not super out of the ordinary anymore. More and more killers are being experimented with on Dead Sense, be it Doctor, be it Spirit, be it Unknown. Just a lot of killers that would usually find their home in a Wrecker's Yard are just being shifted over to that map instead. Just trying to provide some more variety and also giving some weaker killers a bit more of a playground rather than a map that is super stacked like Wrecker's Yard can sometimes be.
yeah, it's just a nice alternative, and I think it's one that's been vastly underappreciated, basically since it came out, because it kind of even at its release, it fell into the shadow of Ormond Lake Mine. Because Ormond Lake Mine is a very popular map. People love Ormond Lake Mine.
Yeah, for sure.
So when Dead Sands dropped, two important things had happened. Kaneki came out on the same patch, which made everyone go, "What the hell is this? What have you done?" But um, it also gave us Dead Sands. So it's living in the shadow of both Ormond Lake Mine as our last map and Kaneki, which hit the patch like a truck full of Semtex. So yeah, I think the
Yeah,
map got slept on. But I've grown quite fond of Dead Sands on a lot of killers. I really enjoy it on Houndmaster. Um, she's a killer who feels kind of was like she's built for it. Lots of like the collision is actually kind of not too bad for Snug. He's so huggy.
very rare.
Um, yeah, yeah, rare DBD collision working moment, but I quite like it on Dead Sands. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Unknown handles it. As you said, not so many LOS breakers, not really many things you can hide behind. So removing Weekend might not be too difficult, but yeah, again, if it's a map that people have gotten used to and the unknown players have figured out, so to speak, I'm curious to see how they handle it because it's not a map we see very often in organized play.
Yeah, with its introduction, it kind of felt like it was what do? You make
Hmm.
Forsaken Boneyard offerings worse. No! And now there has been a place found for Dead Sands and
Yeah.
Comp. I myself enjoy the map quite a bit. I think it is not as killer-sided as many players make it out to be because you can have a good first chase on this map. There are a lot of
Absolutely.
double pallets. With the release of Death Sands, the devs also reworked a lot of tiles on the Forsaken Barnyard realm, making, for example, the jungle gym walls shorter and overall pushing the favor a bit more towards the killer for
Mm.
the realm in particular. Don't get me wrong, Eerie of Crow is still a monstrosity and very
Yeah,
unfun to play. But I think for Dead Sands, it actually works. It's like a good middle of the pack map that usually
I agree.
has some skill expression. I know that double palettes are quite controversial because they are both a god palette if both of them are available, and then they turn into useless once they have been destroyed. So once the time is invested, the map becomes so much weaker.
Yes. Now, I definitely found when the games go long on Dead Sands, it's just over
Yeah,
because, as you said, so many of the like there's usually at least a couple of double pallets that spawn. It's not a particularly big map. Holding 3 gens not enormously challenging given how small it is and how flat it is too. It's not too difficult to navigate. Yeah, you want if you're a survivor, you want to get in and out of that map as quickly as you can.
yeah, and Unknown is definitely the killer that you. Well, if you make your first chase really count, your team will reward you for it by just
Yeah.
being incredibly efficient on the generators.
Yeah, but we're talking about all this as if we're guaranteed to get to the tiebreaker. And
Yeah, that's true.
admittedly, whenever we cast together, it feels like we get the tiebreaker every time. We always
We
get the
always
tiebreaker.
go the
We
extra
always
mile.
go the full series. But there is there is no guarantee we're going to get there. For all we know, Rocket or Aphelion are going to clean up with the Henry and the Talbot before we even get to the tiebreaker. Although I think I would like to see a tiebreaker in this case.
I'm very
I think I would.
curious to see if someone on Aphelion has experience in playing the first,
Oh yeah.
or if it just slipped through their radar completely. They just thought, okay, our performance on Lich wasn't as great as Slip's performance for Oh Boy, so we would rather just ban it away. And then they were like, oh, we forgot about the first, and
Wrong Vecna, baby.
maybe it's a bait, you know? Maybe they secretly have a Henry specialist hidden away in
Yeah.
the depths of their killer pool.
It's like, well, you're patient one. Well, we've got patient zero. No, yeah, with Rocket having such an exceptional record on the first, if I was on Team Aphelion, I would be scared of that. I think I'm scared of that now. I'm not even playing the matches. Like Rocket could probably just come and kill me in my sleep. Um, but no, that's going to be an interesting challenge to see if they can overcome, especially because we've not seen a huge amount of first in Tenax so far because he is still fairly new.
Yes.
We've seen some. This is not his first outing, but
Have
we've
we
not
seen
seen
him
a.
in Tenex? Are you
I
sure?
think we've seen him at least once, right? I think I've
I
seen
don't think
seen
we
him
have.
once.
This is a Tenex premiere for the first. I think the only time
Nice.
I've seen him in a tournament was in the Hens Winter Invitational, where he was played on Gas Heaven. So again, a rather large map. We are playing him on Suffocation Pit. And I think this is going to be quite the test. A lot of people compare Henry to the nurse when it comes to his proficiency in chase, just being able to two-tap survivors without much resistance, and the only counterplay being to use line of sight efficiently. So there is a big difference between a slow killer with great chase lethality being played on Cold Tower when Nurse gets played, versus having said killer on Suffocation Pit, which is so much bigger.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. This. Is there much still? This is kind of going to be an interesting teething game. Yeah, I didn't realize this was actually Henry's first outing. I assumed there'd been one, and that maybe I just missed it. Her memory for these things is not the best.
I think that's why Zach is so happy. He wrote, I actually love you, dude, in chat after Rocket picked the first.
Well, I guess Zach's going to get his wish, and then we'll see if this is the right map for him and everything. This is the right balancing. It all seems reasonable. Nothing seems to be particularly off kilter.
Yeah. Big shout out to our teams who were incredibly fast for both picks and bans, as well
Absolutely.
as submitting builds, which means we are ready to send it off to the first game of the grand finals. Team Aphelion versus Team Rocket.
The first game indeed. That's that. You couldn't have made it up. You couldn't have made it up.
I'm curious to see what kind of build Rocket is going to go for, because I know that for most win streaks, a heavy totem build was the go-to. But with Thrill of the Hunt not being available, I'm not too sure about Hivemind. We might see some variations in that. So I'm just expecting heavy slowdown with most aura perks being heavily restricted, and then add-on combination of hemorrhage off of the vine attacks, and maybe exhaustion for the upside down traversal thingy.
Yes,
You know what I'm talking about.
Exhaustion seems core to this character. Once again, I am noticing 5 offerings.
Yes, again, these builds have been checked by our match officials, so there is not going to be a penalty for the survivors right away.
Yeah.
Well, not right away, not at all, as the survivors started the trial with 1 stack of the World Ender already, but as soon as our killer enters the World Ender mode for the first time, it's going to be removed from every other survivor. Rocket is trying to find his first chase as he sees Metal.
That's a very
immediately tagging Metal. And no corrupt intervention in play. Metal, beautiful dodge. How many can he dodge though? That's 2 in a row.
Welcome to a bullet hell game. Oh!
This killer is so intense.
He is, yes.
And Metal is doing such an incredible job using the line of sight of the structures while still making as much distance as possible. This is exactly how you have to play against this killer.
Judging by that speed, somebody is listening to listening to their favorite jam.
Wow.
Metal
is so
playing this beautifully. Maybe they're right to leave the first open. Metal is a terror.
Wow, he just dodges everything. What are they feeding these Aphelion survivors?
Yes, Metal. Okay, there we go.
Finally.
There comes the vine attack.
Metal.
Metal's evading the vine booms like he was born to do it.
He took the chase from Shack, where he gave the killer power, all the way up to the main building into the park.
Almost running out the entirety of World Ender there. That's a gen popping. Holy moly, Metal!
Aphelion are here to play. Metal.
Yes, they are. Metal's got no fear.
Again. This is going to be a pain resonance hook. I assume that a second generator is almost ready to pop here. The survivors had the time to get on the clock, pop 1 gen, and have another gen ready to go. And now we're seeing the first totem of the trial being cleansed. It's very important right now for the survivors to not give away tags as long as Rocket is still in the Wild Ender mode, because right now his attacks are lethal, and in just a couple of seconds they won't be anymore. Now Zini gets found here, does get tagged.
Actually, a clean break there onto Zini.
Zini is the for people survivor.
For people, it's a clean break.
Metal takes a tag. Both survivors still here around the main building.
Yeah. Oh, not quite.
Oh, I think Zini wants to take it down for Metal here.
Yeah.
This is risky though. How much time does this buy Team Aphelion? Rocket goes for a shot without line of sight, doesn't hit it.
Somebody's on the clock. There we go. All the clock time has been used up. Let's see how Nina and Najan are going to have to handle. They're going to have to make as much time as they can out of this because they've got three things to do.
He makes it look so easy. He's so slippery.
Yeah, well, what can we say? This metal's got some polish.
finds Metal. Bro, he's locked in. I'm so happy.
Oh, there we go. Again, Metal's chases today have been immaculate.
Again, there is not a ton of gen pressure coming through from the team right now because one survivor has to be on the clock, another survivor has to get picked up, another survivor needs to rotate for the pickup, and one is on the ground. But they were able to pop the second generator, and we do see Nina working away at one of those in the distance as Rocket does find the survivors. Finds Nina. This is the
Undying
Shelling
Convert.
working on the gen.
There's a few more seconds of World Breaker being lethal here.
Yeah, if they can prevent tags here, that is so important. But if this
no.
is a 2-tap, great dodge, winning the 50 again.
One more shot, possibly. Oh, yeah. I don't think Rocket's got another one in him.
Oh, at the very
I had to say it,
edge.
didn't I? I had to say it. Caster's curse. I apologize, Nina.
This down is pretty close to the unhook, but
Yes, it is.
Zini does get it again, gets
FTP
it
once
for the
again.
people again. But Rocket has his eyes set on Metal. This is going to be a matchup that we're gonna see a lot in this grand finals, and I'm so here for it.
yeah.
Shelnik rotating for the pickup, but Rocket currently not in the wild end remote, which means he cannot damage the survivors with his abilities. Does find Metal. The survivors are working the gens on the top side of the map now. Pentimento potentially available on this bottom side. But now it's at least 4 hits that Rocket has to land onto Metal.
And Metal is not letting him get away with anything. That was a really nasty shot palette stun. I was not ready for that.
Gets the reblind as well. Metal
Nasty.
is styling on them, and Rocket has to leave the chase.
Metal is Metal's got nerves. It doesn't even get the penty. Metal's got nerves of steel. Hence the name, I assume.
Rocket does see Shelnik, just takes an M1. That's just an injury. It can always be reset rather quickly. There is a pretty strong 3-gen around this topside area of the map for Rocket that he can defend.
And the totem is in it.
And
That's
everybody's
gonna be a
injured.
World
Oh
Breaker
no!
mode. Yeah. Nina's pathing, unfortunately. Oh, that is brutally fast.
Oh, look at the progress on this gen. This could snowball horribly for Team Aphelion, but this is exactly what Rocket needs right now.
Especially with the ruin where it is in the middle of a 3-gen. It's easy to defend. Oh.
Rocket knows that nobody's on the clock yet, which means his power timer is greatly extended. And he finds Metal again. Now someone needs to pick up Nina and get back on that main building, and it's going to be Zini.
Going back into the underground mode.
This was looking dangerous, but Aphelion are getting away with a slap on their wrist. Not really punished by
He's gonna go down
Rocket.
here. That's
Aw.
rough.
Well played.
Caught in the vault.
Rocket wants more. He knows that he has to snowball this somehow, and he knows that Zini is still around.
He's got to get a bit more out of power there. You're checking on the ruin just in case, just while we're here. Oh, Zini vaulting
Good
away from
movement.
the world. Oh, that looked like Zini had gotten out of that, but just not quite.
The pressure is just overwhelming right now.
Okay, Majonik.
Gets
Oh,
the
never
pickup,
mind.
but Nina
Back on
can't
the floor
dodge another
again.
one. Give her a quick M1 here, losing a bit of distance on the
For
spin.
one of distance at least, that's something.
That dodge was so important. 2 people on the ground, which means our Death Hook Metal has to rotate all the way from the bottom of the map back to the top side, trying
I
to
thought
pick
I was
up
going
his
to hit
team.
the Majonik for sure there.
He does not go for the M1. Metal is in his face, going for the blind, trying to be a nuisance. Doesn't get tagged, still had the sprint burst. And Shelnik is still in a very bad position on the edge map, and this is looking like a 4K2 for Rocket.
What a calamitous fall of
How did they come back from
the
this?
Rocket's pressure there. This is crazy.
Not back into power just yet.
No,
One
but
more
only
vine
a little
needs
bit
to
off.
hit.
Go back into the other dimension. This is... Rocket has well and truly swung this game almost conclusively into his favour. Metal can never be stopped from being an annoying little pest. Complimentary, of course. I mean this in a very caring way. But back into World Breaker. Everybody's up.
Shape the world.
Gen progress is going to be at nothing here because that ruin would have eaten all of the progress from any gens that had any on them.
But that's fine. This should have been a 4K2 when 3 people were on the ground.
Yeah, that should have been a game ender, but Metal perfectly getting somebody up and then getting the possible death spot.
They're gonna try to brute force out one more generator here and try to play for 4k2, just splitting the last remaining bot side gen as well as the main building generator.
Indeed.
Just no more time to get on the clocks, ironically, as Rocket does see 2 survivors on this generator in the distance.
No. I think Nina's going down here. Yep. Nina, unfortunately, keeps getting caught out by the undergate attack.
Yeah, it can
This
be
is
so hard
incredibly
to
unfortunate,
sometimes.
especially if you're on ping. I'm not sure what Rocket and Nina's ping is like, but
No,
dodging
they,
undergate on ping is not fun.
yeah, this is not a cross ping matchup. They're on pretty similar ping. I would expect 30 for both of them. Nashelnik has to juke on the shack, but he does go down, and I don't think Zini will be able to pop one more generator off in the
I would
distance.
doubt it.
Maybe Rocket does have a pain res hook here,
Yeah. I
but
can see a
Zini's
world
getting
where.
close.
Yeah.
This is no, the
Ba-dum,
hook's right there.
ba-dum,
One more great,
ba-ba-dum.
one more great, one more great.
He pops. He popped it. That looking like it's going to be a 4K1 almost certainly. Barring
Honestly, with
wizardry.
the pressure that Rocket was able to exert there, 4k1 seems like a really nice result for Team
I
Aphelion.
agree. That was a valiant, some really. I get that. Looked like it's going to be a 4K2 for so long.
Yeah, Rocket just showing how good he is on this killer, just being able to, as soon as he got any grasp on this game, yeah, as soon as he had any
And there we go.
any weakness on the team, he was able to capitalize on it so well, getting so many downs, slugging 3 people multiple times, and it was really just Metal's exceptional chases that kept Aphelion in this and made it possible to get the 4k1. Just in the end, having to rotate across the entire map to pick up his 3 down teammates. I think Metal will sleep well tonight, no matter
I agree.
how this grand finals goes.
Metal's put in some exceptional work tonight. Like even just that play, that getting the gen, that might be the difference between winning and drawing this round, or drawing and
Absolutely.
losing.
One more generator matters so much.
It really does. And that's going to be us moving into second round of this first set. Oh my lord! Like maybe Aphelion was on something by letting the first through. Like
Yeah.
Metal's first chase was like poetry.
It doesn't look like they are inexperienced on the set, so it
For
looks
sure.
like they've practiced this in the past. If not, then color me surprised. It's just a huge pop-up performance, I guess.
Absolutely.
But it just seems so good from Team Aphelion, what we're seeing right now. Just being able to withstand the pressure to get it to 4k1 again. Rocket was struggling in the first chase with Metal. Imagine if Metal just goes down after 4 Vine hits, right? If Rocket is just able to hit everything. This killer has such incredible snowball potential. And no results would surprise me. I think anything can happen in a Henry set.
Without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. No, like you could really tell that once Rocket had a sense for how a lot of these players would move, how they try and evade, and was able to isolate that Nina especially kept getting hit by the undergate, was able to just grab a hold of the game and yank it back into his control. Like if every survivor held a chase like Metal, that would have been out. But
yeah,
he's just finding a weakness and just hammering it and hammering it and hammering it.
it's not even a weakness, right? Because so much in first set comes down to getting the prediction wrong or right. So it's
Absolutely.
you're basically playing
Weakness was
50s
too
the
harsh.
entire
Weakness
time.
Weakness wasn't quite what I meant, but you know what I mean.
It's just the strength of noticing that it had worked before and then capitalizing on it. I think that is very well put. And it is going to be Metal on the killer. Okay.
Oh, all right then. Rubs my hands together, licks my lips.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. Obviously, Rocket on Survivor here, so we're going to be seeing how it feels from the other end of the gun, so to speak. I wonder how Metal's feeling going into this because again, in the wild, the Henry. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Vecna. What's his name? Yeah. He's a relatively untested beast. Like, I imagine there's been plenty of scrims, but that is no replacement for playing against a brand new team who've likely looks like they have plenty of experience themselves, who've got an incredibly experienced Henry to learn from.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I was Metal, I don't know how I'd be feeling about this. Maybe we will see.
I think
But
Metal is a very humble and reserved player. I don't think I've ever seen him like too excited before or after a killer performance. He
that's good
keeps
to hear.
the mental in check.
Yeah,
Just
keeps a level head.
plays his best game, and I think that's what we're gonna see here. Again, so far the survivor side of Team Rocket has been one of the best that we have seen in Tenax, even though this is a bit of a quote-unquote park roster and not a team that is participating in many other tournaments, with Invictus being Rocket's main team. They have great synergy, and every time they've shown up big.
Excellent. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this second match plays out.
And again, just imagine if that first chase can be decided after just like 3 or 4, maybe 5 vine tags, right?
Yeah,
If
and a few vine booms.
if
Yeah,
it happens in a worse position.
yeah, this killer I imagine could be very volatile.
Yeah,
In both ways. There's that add-on coming out again.
Add-on combination, yeah. Opting for Agitation over Ruin and no Pentimento. Instead, we're going with Wretched Fate. Wretched Fate is such a popular pick whenever it's available. I think it had a super high pick rate when it was first released, once people started to wake up to it. And Metal finds Rocket, so this is gonna be a replay of the last one.
Yes,
Can
indeed.
Metal get the tag onto him? No, Rocket is just as smooth as Metal, and Metal drops the chase.
Yeah, Rocket playing like a fiddle, realizing, and then Metal going, yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe the guy with the 237 win streak on this killer might know what they're doing, and just decides that now we'll go somewhere else. Oh, almost gets the undergate hit there. Very close.
Does find his chase onto Mash now, who is exhausted, so not able to use the life.
Oh,
cheeky little stun.
Strange.
It's just millimeters that these survivors are dodging by.
Oh, there goes.
You can definitely see that Metal's vine attacks aren't.
I'm just calling them vine booms now. I haven't called them that since the PTB. I'm sorry if I've affected you.
Oh, that's an early tag though.
It is.
The survivors are currently tripling a gen, which just shows you how much pressure they expect from this killer, how quickly they expect their teammate to go down, as Mash is able to juke a tiny bit here, going towards the edge map now. Not bothering with
those clocks. Clocks of cowards. Instead, they start doing a clock.
No, what I'm noticing is that Rocket is placing the vines much more methodically, just giving them the biggest hitbox to possibly hit, while a lot of Metal's vines end up in the environment a bit, so making it much harder to hit the survivors.
Well, also, I noticed Rocket's camera movement while holding the vine boom is incredibly smooth. Like he knows exactly where he wants to place it every single time, and it feels like Metal is a little more indecisive.
Yeah, definitely Rocket a bit more experienced on the killer than Metal, but who can blame him, right? If you're doing a long win streak, you expect some proficiency on the killer. But again, this is a faster down than Rocket was able to achieve in the last game. Not by much, but I would say the overall progress on gens is a bit less than Aphelion was able to have after the first chase. Now we have to see if Metal can maybe get a bit of value out of this power. If this can be an injury into a 2-tap.
Oh, it was an injury.
That hits.
Just about. It looked like Lexi doubling back slightly. Oh.
Yeah, this is just
Lexi's only to the
shooting in the
corner.
dark.
Oh, and
Barely misses
there goes the
timing.
power. Time to play 110 man with plastic hand.
Oh, I could never play this killer. I would just lose my mind as soon as I miss my first couple of vines. Get patience by metal.
Oh,
Puts
right back into
Lexi-
Winter World Breaker though.
Expecting a lot of double bags here. Can you get a quick down?
Not
Not
quite.
quite yet.
Oh, but there goes the M1.
Mesh has been reset on the bottom side of the map as the second hook goes.
Gonna see Pain Res 2 coming out. Notably, that is Tarvo the Obsession, i.e. the Wretched Fate Obsession.
Yes.
Being the one on the Jan.
It's ideal for Metal right now, as he does find the Nia on the Gen. Lexi gets
Hesitated,
pushed.
so that's
This is
going
a
to be
hit.
a health state. A little bit of hesitation costs. Oh!
Blast
You got
Man is such an
Blastman.
infuriating perk, giving
Blastman.
Tavo so much distance. All the survivors have made it to the bot side now, where they can reset in peace. Leader in play as well. Metal trying to find the
used.
last survivor who's still on this top side.
Yeah, Lexi gets reset, and
Rocket.
there's Rocket, the final boss of Henry Creel.
Oh,
there's a
good
hot state.
prediction!
Very well zoned from Metal there. Let's see if we can get the down before the timer runs out. He's being very patient, perhaps a little too patient.
Rocket also has smashed parental guidance. Maybe
Oh.
trying to fish for that.
Oh!
My goodness, this is so tense.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. And M1 could have done that. And now going to run out of, unless you get the down right now. Oh, Rocket
Needs to get this down.
Rocket has spoken this language for longer than.
Oh my god.
Rocket speaks this killer's language like it was born to him. Oh
My goodness, this
is a
is so
trap.
good.
There's a smash hit.
There we go.
There's the smash hit.
That's the game-winning chase for Team Rocket right there.
That is- that's what we need.
Nothing more to say. Rocket just
Has he
disappears.
lost? Has Rocket lost him? Yeah. Rocket might have
Metal
lost
knows
him.
he needs to drop this. Like, Rocket might be injured, but he's not in power. He doesn't have a hook stage yet. He's not on a gen, so
Back
it's
into World
just...
Breaker at least. He's getting reliable undergate hits because these
Yeah.
Rocket aside. Oh, nice. Rocket aside, a lot of these survivors are struggling to actually evade the undergate attack. Is he going back for a second crack at Rocket? Looks like he might be.
Yeah, if he could get a fast down onto Rocket here, that would be huge, because it's in a really good hook position. Right between two active generators. But Rocket has a lot of distance with Metal electing to get the gen, and there is the tie condition met. 3 generators have been completed for 2 hook stages so far. Metal is on the back foot, but we've seen how volatile this set can be.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I don't know. There are ways Metal can get out of this, but with how tight these survivors, especially Rocket, have been playing this this round, I would be surprised if we got there. Didn't quite get the undergate damage. There's Rocket rediscovered, and there goes Rocket.
Finally gets the down onto his
Sometimes you just gotta hit
nemesis
him in the
here.
pallet drop. You just gotta hit him in the pallet drop. Should we hopefully see a nice quick pain res? There goes Wretched Fate. Taking the nice deep pain res.
Metal needs to make so much out of this power. He needs to get multiple downs now to somehow get a foot back into the game, because right now the pressure from the survivor side is insurmountable
survivor.
for a killer. Lexi does not get found. Beautiful stealth. Mash presenting himself, leaving some scratch marks. Maybe pretending to be the survivor that was hovering for the pull. And Lexi does get it for free, as Mash is able to evade the vine attacks beautifully.
Oh, zone into an M1, makes sense. Maybe you can get it down here? Oh, not quite. A bit of a Hail Mary. Heading back to the gens because he knows he cannot, in any universe, commit to this. Especially because the pain res there has been used. Oh, there's the Hanato. Maybe he can get the health state with the Vine Boom? Nope, he's not going to bother. He's just going to try and run Rocket down.
This is personal at this point.
Yeah, the main antagonist of this game.
Hey, if this is going to be the Rocket versus Metal show, I want a full feature, please.
Don't we all?
But yeah, Metal forced to drop the chase with Rocket, just too scared of this main generator popping because it has had high progress already. And with no eruption in play, this chase just cannot be committed. Can he find the survivor that has been stealthing around these parts? Third-person camera might help him with that, but we do see the fourth generator being completed by our survivors, which means that Rocket goes up 1-0 in the grand finals.
What a... On some axis, this shouldn't be entirely surprising, given how incredibly experienced Rocket is with the first. But all the same, can't fault the survivors for some valiant play against Rocket, and we'll see what Metal can do with what he's got left.
Another killer where you just run into them as the counterplay. Noticing a Torrent. Unknown next.
Make it to the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, true.
Who's kidding? Who are we kidding? It's you and me. Of course, gonna make it to the tiebreaker. We just
Of
do.
course we will. And I'm so here for it. Rocket is being a complete nuisance.
Yeah, he's like you. What is it? Do not recite the deep magics to me. I was there when it was written.
Really, really good. I would definitely say that
that's the last gen.
we were able to tell the difference that just the
Yeah, very much.
sheer experience on the killer that Rocket has in his repertoire was super noticeable. Valiant effort from Metal and also the Aphelion survivors. I don't think there was too much wrong there. It was just really dominant killer play that was able to decide this game, as Rocket shows us Ace's beautiful face, trying to get some extra distance between the killer and his teammate. Can we get the 2-tap?
Oh,
So slippery.
at least killing Rocket here would provide some catharsis, maybe.
Yeah, that's how that counts right now.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful down. As the whole team is here, can we turn this into a 4K0 maybe? It doesn't look it.
Well, Hanato is fully condemned, effectively.
They're both picking up Rocket. Yeah, Metal decides to actually not pick Rocket just yet.
Oh, there's an injury onto Lexi. Maybe it was a kill on Lexi.
Oh, Lexi gets cornered.
Oh, committing to the pick on Rocket. Still in World Breaker, importantly. Plenty of time left on it. Rocket goes down.
Very patient, just waiting
Someone
for
goes deep into the map to get the
bot.
pick up on Lexi. Doesn't
That's
quite
what
get
I
the
mean
hit in the
though.
window.
Like these vines, the hitbox that Metal is giving them is just a little shorter than they potentially could be, right?
Yes,
Because he
potential
oftentimes
hitbox.
places them into the structure just a tiny bit. I think that is going to be what separates the good from the great Henry players, as Metal is blinded. Lexi goes down. They do want to get their captain out of the gate here. But of course, this is just for fun at this point.
Yeah, the result is over. But
Just trying to get one more cheeky down, and
Rocket's
he
down.
gets it. That means Rocket can be eliminated here. And who are we kidding? That's the big prize.
yeah, Rocket's head on a spike.
It does feel so very good to, in the end, get that survivor who was able to run you the entire game.
Yeah.
Even if it's unreasonable.
Oh no, Rocket is back up.
Yeah, Metal comes to his senses, decides, okay, Lexi is actually more hook stages than Rocket, so I'm gonna go for them. Trying to find the reset now.
Well,
That's
Lexi
such
is
a
also
deep spell.
Lexi's also fully marked, so potentially an M2 on them just puts them in the Mori state. Oh, there goes a proc of World Breaker. Oh, that was quick.
That was really cool.
We killed 3 people here.
Oh! Come on,
Okay,
one
okay,
more.
Metal. Okay, Metal, you've got this. Oh, Rocket with the patience of a saint.
Rocket is so clean, but Metal gets it in the end, though.
Oh, if Rocket's the saint, then Metal's the fucking devil. Nicely done, Rocket.
9
And
stages,
nicely
3
done, Metal.
fresh. Of course, it could have been a fewer stages for Team Rocket.
Yeah.
It does feel good in the end, just joking
does,
around
yeah.
a bit.
Anyway, they're having some fun.
Yeah, no bad sportsmanship here at all.
For sure.
Just a fun time from both teams, and I think that's beautiful to see.
Absolutely.
I think if Aphelion are just happy to be here in the first place.
Yeah, for sure.
And Team Rocket are happy that they get to play this killer. Because I don't think many teams are. That looks cool. The hatch in the
It does,
background.
yeah. Send him down the hatch.
I don't think many teams are letting Rocket play this killer.
Oh, for sure. Like, they got some experience against a really proficient killer.
Super cool first game.
It
And
was
with that,
indeed.
Team
Little
Rocket,
showcase of
course.
what the new kid on the block can do.
I wish I could run him like that. I do struggle against this killer, and I get frustrated when I get blasted from around the corner with no line of sight.
Yeah.
But if I've learned anything from Rocket and Metal, then that you can actually loop this killer quite a bit. So maybe I've
Yeah.
just gotta step it up, you know?
Yeah. Well, most of my survivor games were on ping because I play a lot with my NA friends, meaning I'm playing
Yeah.
like 120 ping consistently. So, lol.
LOL is a very good way of summarizing it.
Yeah. So I'll be getting undergated like through the nth dimension. I'll be like a Haddy and a half out the undergate, and they go, "Nah, we'll just give it to you. You know, you'll just get to have that."
We are preparing to load into the next game. It is going to be Nina on the Blight again versus the Team Rocket survivors that we've just seen. But yeah, we talked about it in the previous Blight set. The best way for the survivor team to get an advantage is to get the right person into chase, that either being the Dead Hard or the Decisive Strike survivor, whoever
Absolutely.
those parks might be on. And if the killer wants to get an advantage early, if they can find the Deliverance player, that is going to be the best way for them to do that, or to just get a really fast down and about position. With Blight, that can always happen. Gas Heaven is a very palette dense map with lots of good structures available to play.
Palety. But
Do you think there's ever going to be like a killer based palette adjustment?
I think eventually they might have to, because they keep releasing killers at such a massive disparity of strength. That there's no way you can tell me that Kaneki and Springtrap were killers released 3 months apart and have the same map balancing.
Yeah, what went wrong there? Springtrap is so good. Okay, so I hate to ramble here, but I was streaming some Dead by Daylight this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
As I do, and I was playing Survivor, and I played against a Kaneki, and guess what? My friend just decided to not have his tentacle visible at all during the entire game. So I was unable to see him over loops. I was unable to tell if he was
His tentacle was shy, okay? It was shy.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
No, but like people always talk about how twins are super broken and bugged and we can't have them in any tournament. I dare you to take a closer look at freaking Kaneki. Please get him out of my killer pool.
Kaneki, whose visual cues haven't worked since he came out over a year ago, and happens to be in a quarter of your serve matches in public games.
Yeah, I think that should be definitely a high priority killer to receive some changes. I feel just bug fixes would go a long way.
It would,
still leave him in a very, very strong state that might be too much for the average survivor to handle. But yeah, definitely one of the gripes of many in solo queue.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the merchant situation where both killers were, for the like average player, too easy to play for how for how the consistent results they got. Except Kaneki's actually a good killer.
Yeah.
Merchant was just easy and bad, and now she's awkward and bad. Um,
I
No,
actually played against a good merchant the other day, and I was really excited to see that she was actually rotating her drones and chase and stuff. And then two of my teammates immediately give up because they live in the past and just DC against merchant. That was very upsetting to me.
I don't get people giving up very often. I haven't played it. Like I streamed. I've started streaming again. First time in like 3 years. And I play merchant almost entirely when I'm playing killer on my own and just like off like for fun. I'm playing merchant. I don't get people giving up. It's very like not anymore. I think it's been long enough now that most people just have gone past the point of caring. It also might be a regional thing. It might also be a regional thing.
Yeah.
I hear that giving up in general is a bigger problem in some regions than others.
Yeah,
But-
Frankfurt is very fragile.
Surrender City. Looks like we are loading into Gas Heaven.
And I can't help but expect another Heavenly Blight performance by Nina. who
Oh,
has been
absolutely.
So impressive in their game versus Oh Boy.
Indeed, Nina was a nightmare. So let's see if she can do it, but if she can run it back.
I do have to point out though
to
that
her
many
hook.
things went very right for Aphelion in that Blight game.
That's truly good.
Both the chases lasted way longer than they had any right to, which is great. Kudos to the individual survivors. But
Yeah.
also the wrong survivors got found at the start, gave tags and downs way too early. And I'm sure that Team Rocket is gonna play a little bit more conservative at the start.
Yeah.
As
A
we
bit
see
tighter.
the exact same build from Nina as we've seen previously.
Yes.
Basically the same game plan because the spawns have been quite similar to what we saw in the last game. Just rushing up to the main building, trying to find any sneaking survivor. And we don't see anybody playing aggressively right now, so no obvious decisive strike survivor as we see Tavo on the hut touching the first generator, but Nina does spot another survivor in the distance, and it is a survivor with a medkit, which is oftentimes an indication that it might be the deliverance survivor, but in this case it's Mash who's on the light for the people. Now there are a lot of very high level mind games in Blight sets when it comes to park selection, because usually you want to pair Decisive Strike with Lithe. So Nina might think that this is the Decisive Strike survivor, while it is in fact the For the People survivor. So this would be a good tunnel out. Let's see if she knows that, as Ruin has already left the trial rather early. Rocket is here for the pull, immediately securing deliverance for his team. Just waiting a tiny bit longer for Nina to overcommit onto Tavo just a tiny bit, but she's having none of that, immediately returning to the hook. And does seem to go for the tunnel out onto the injured Mash, just counting to 15 with our rushes here. Beautiful body block, that was
a
so
beautiful door block,
expertly
yeah.
done.
Like, you couldn't have had a better door block if you'd have written it that way.
This is a very safe filler. Mash decides to greet it though, greets it again. As Rocket comes in for the body block, the deliverance survivor takes it down here. That is not going to be bad. Gets the stun as well. But yeah, deliverance survivor.
Oh, sneaking hit past Mash.
Yeah.
Past 2 Mash right there. Immaculate.
This could snowball if more downs
Really
come through
good.
right now.
Rocket makes a misstep, like one.
Lexi is there for the pickup. Does Nina get the pick in time?
We will see. There are rush tokens in the chamber.
Lexi does not have sprint burst. Is this an angle?
Did we get a beamer?
It's not.
It's not
What
an
a,
angle.
what a good
Trying to blind Blight's ear hole there. That is an enormous amount of pressure.
It is the deliverance
And
survivor.
continuing to slug.
So we
Rocket's up.
expect Unbreakable to be in play, which just came through, but Nina now knows that the park is no longer available. And if Rocket goes down one more time here, you will have to have a teammate pick him up.
Just
Nina has
chewing through
also-
Mash's endurance like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's just blind things, you know, you can afford to. Nina has also realized that the survivor that she's tunneling does not have decisive strike, which is very, very valuable information. Breaks the pallet here.
Yeah.
Rocket's still there for the hit tanks. No unbreakable.
Desperately trying to. Nina may have worked out that this survivor with unbreakable is also the deliverance survivor. And knowing that hooking them is just a fool's errand, even if they weren't chasing a dead on hook, injured, deep wounded Mash.
The juke from Mash on the edge map, funnily enough, exactly where Metal was able to extend his chase in the blind game for so much longer.
Indeed, Mash selling their life dearly.
This is going to be the elimination at 3 gens remaining, Pixel. Where have I seen this before?
It's a good question. Although it is kind of funny. Oh, the spectator bugs finally caught up. It wasn't displaying the second hook stage. I was like, hang on a minute.
Just DVD things.
Yeah, most functional UI element.
Okay. We do have all the survivors healthy and reset though.
Yeah.
Tavo, yet again, affected by that ghastly wretched fate.
Lexi in the basement.
Oh, nice little fake, pretending to bump on the other side. Rocket doesn't even fast while that window. Okay, aggressive stun, but the pallet is out of the way.
Nina trying to get around completely. Wretched Fate obviously still up. I don't think anyone spotted it there either.
Rocket is playing this main building very, very well. I'm not sure if Nina can commit this. Has another pretty safe card filler pallet here.
Make sure to force the pallet out and then
survivor.
leave. Yeah, she might know that.
Nice.
Takes the tag. Does she commit to this chase?
She has to at
She
this point.
is.
The question is Rocket gonna get hooked or slugged? Because if you slug him, there is no unbreakable in play anymore, which means you can. Yeah, Rocket is gonna force the locker here. Does get hit
Gets
through
hit
it though.
in it. She's picking.
Okay. Just,
She's the pickler.
Just having the game plan of just tunnel the deliverance after they use the puck. Still early in the game, lots of pressure coming through. Tavo will be able to pop another generator, putting us to 2 generators remaining in the 3v1. Actually, the Wretched Fate making all the difference, and Tavo gets tagged, not able to complete the generator in time.
Wretched Fate doing enormous work there. We're going to see a kick come down on that gen. Absolutely massive momentum swing there, just because Wretched Fate just does God's work.
Lexi does have another high progress gen now. This is, again,
Eruption's
a
being set up.
close one.
It is. Oh, and there
Does
goes
find
Rocket.
Rocket, and Rocket goes down. That is eruption on the gens. Is there decisive strike on deliverance? Maybe? No, it is not. Now Nina can hold down the gen that Tavo was working earlier. Tavo now injured. The survivor is playing this very dangerously. Toolbox coming through. Is this enough?
Is it enough? The gen is done, but Tavo's on the floor.
Looks like the survivors are voluntarily playing for a 4k1 here.
Yes.
Rocket gets hit through the BT.
Rocket
Just make a
chewing
pallet
on,
drop.
Nina chewing on Rocket's endurance.
Has another strong filler over here. I would be very surprised if the survivors are able to pop one more generator.
Yeah,
So
I think,
a
especially Wretched
4K1
Fate is
result. This is another strong tile for Rocket. Very safe pallet, but right now he's on the window. Doesn't get tagged, and the survivors are back on the generators. It's worth a
trying to get
try.
clever. Yeah, probably dropping the chase here because this is a very unpleasant setup.
Yeah, Tavo's still injured, and we know Unbreakable is not in the trial anymore. Very good patience on the rushes. Oh, nice
Tavo makes the
movement from
pallet here.
Tavo.
These survivors of avenging Mash pretty beautifully.
Tavo is the plot twist survivor, not deciding to reveal the park just yet. Plot twist decisive strike, dead hard, the bane of all killer players right now. What a popular and totally healthy combo.
The unholy trinity.
Rocket does find the medkit that Mash was at the start carrying, so able to self-reset, electing to 99 himself, not giving Nina any valuable information.
Yeah, eruption applied.
And we do
Wretched
find
Fate,
the
Wretched Fate being cleansed.
But that is really close to this gen. Is Nina gonna check on it?
Yeah. I would be surprised at this point. Especially because Tava's on the hook anyway. Yeah, it's gonna let him have that. You've got your 3-gen. You've got your hook in it.
Yeah,
But
no
your player
reason to
dead.
leave this. This is very comfortable
Yeah.
here. But maybe
Rocket's
Rocket is
injured.
able to bait, just because he's 99. I think
Possibly.
that is the idea here. As you
Yeah.
can see, that medkit has lost an awful amount of charges. I wonder why. But yeah, Rocket intentionally playing super aggressive here, knowing, yeah, there goes the self-reset. Cheeky 99. And the unhook does come through. Now, can she capitalize onto this unhook with a down quickly? Pallet dropped. Oh, good movement by Rocket.
Takes the pallet. Possibly. Yeah, she usually drops her and just takes her gens. Because this is kind of her game to lose by not losing track of her gens.
Yes, for sure. And this is this medkit. I don't know if it's enough charges for one more self reset.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Tavo getting a vague whiff of that cane there, but not quite making it.
These chases are all taking too long.
They are squeezing Nina
Dead
hard
get
here.
it. No dead
Corruption coming
hard.
down.
Has to slug here. No plot twist used. No dead hard.
Okay, there's Lexi's gen.
Lexi has been such a demon on the stealth in this set.
Yes. The invisible Hanato Lira.
Such an infuriating build as well, fixated and ghost notes and sprint burst. Rocket still injured, but Nina can't overextend here. Lexi cheekily gets back on the gen.
Not enough sort of resting though, so no clue
Yeah,
to
very
Nina
smart.
that Lexi's still there.
Super smart to not give that away.
I guess we're gonna see
Now she sees it.
Yeah, now she has to know that Lexi's there. We go. There's Lexi. Sprint burst. Rocket gets Tavo up. Oh,
Got stuck on the tree there. This is being played so well, so patiently by the survivor side.
they're exceedingly careful.
And this is exactly what they need to do. If this won't be a 4K, then that is definitely a disappointment for Aphelion.
For sure.
Double reset comes through.
I imagine Nina's probably sweating bullets right now because it's very much on the survivors to, now that everyone's reset, to give Nina something she can work with.
Yeah. Her best target is Rocket, but also
sure.
Rocket has just been making a little
Oh!
mistake here. Unfortunately gets the pallet vacuum, unfortunately for Nina. But yeah, Rocket definitely
There's Tavo.
known for his chase potential. Nice tag onto Tavo. But Tavo still has the H, because they
That's
didn't
true.
use it when they went down the last time. And of
Lexi's
course,
been
Lexi
rediscovered.
has Sprint Burst ready again.
But fortunately, Blight is a killer who is Sprint Burst. Lexi gets the
Gets
clobber.
the tag.
A double eruption here would be pretty solid, but I'm not sure she can really take any chances.
Progression limit is not a problem just yet, but eventually, if this goes on for a while longer,
There goes Rocket.
and Rocket takes a bad tag here fast into the main building, where
The
only one
pallet's
pallet
already
is
been
still up.
used. Yeah, only that one there.
If this down
Oh.
and elimination can be quick, Rocket pathing, just sending it edge map. Does get called out on it though. Nina
There's
not
no
falling for that,
DH.
and now he has nothing to play. That was
Double eruption.
not to say cocky, but that was a choice. I
Exact-
think,
That was the one thing I didn't want to happen.
yeah, you probably can buy more time if you just go inside main and play the pallet, instead of going for that patented rocket pathing, sending it edge
Rocket
map
pathing.
and hoping.
I love it.
But in this case, the gamble didn't work out. No eruption on this gen, no spikes yet. Well, small spikes yet. And all survivors are injured. This is smelling like a 4K one.
I agree. And unless something miraculous happens and Tavo or Lexi pull out the source in the next chase, I don't see a reality where the last gen get completed.
There is a world where this 4K1 would have happened a while earlier, so we've got to
Yes.
give missed skill check. We've got to give
Oh,
a lot of credit
heartbreaking
to
for
the
sure.
survivor side for slowing this down, but you
They
also got to
absolutely
give
have.
a lot of credit to Nina for not losing their cool and just not overcommitting to any chase, just knowing their win condition, knowing where the gens are, never overcommitting and letting go of this 3-gen in any way. Just slowly letting the gens regress until maybe one of the survivors shows themselves out of position. I assume Lexi has the sprint burst back,
Oh,
and that's
there's.
the survivor's sign to get back onto the gen. Exactly. Sprint burst 99. Coming through, makes the pallet vault. Champion of Light as well.
Oh. See if maybe we can get a sneaky convert, or at least force Tavo off the gen. Oh, Tavo's caught with the trials down a little bit. Did you make the pallet though, potentially?
Nina doesn't know about the DH.
Oh, they're hard to use, but no endurance.
That was
This
a
is
bit
getting
lucky.
this is getting interesting now.
That's the
Oh,
down.
beautiful.
That's it.
And there's a unless that middle gen is about to go. No, Lexi's not on it.
I think Tavo could have used the plot twist there,
Yes.
forcing Nina to get the pickup. Maybe that is one way in which they can somehow crank out another generator. But now Lexi has to go for the rotation. Does Nina spot it?
Yes. Thread has been spotted. Oh, Tavo's back up. But both survivors are running away from the only active generator. Anyone who doubles back will. Oh, there's a plot twist coming out from Tavo.
Finally,
Lexi's
and it's
down.
down. Well,
Now let's see if Nina can find where Tavo plug themselves.
everybody's on the ground. Don't
hello.
abandon, guys. I'm plot twist.
Hello.
Hello. Indeed.
There we go, and that is a 4K1 for Nina and Team Aphelion. What a performance! It did. The advantage bar was all over the place that game. It looked like Nina was getting a nice quick tunnel out, but they made them pay heavily for it. And then the gens were a tight 3-gen, but the survivors were very patient chipping away at it. And then a rocket got caught out. It was such a back and forth, such a tug of war. Wow.
Really,
Okay.
really done.
Yes.
And again, I think both teams have shown a great performance here. I think
Undoubtedly.
4K1 is a very good result. Not unexpected on Blight. Like, it's not unheard of to get a 4K1, but definitely something that Nina and Team Aphelion can work with. As we've seen previously, they were able to only give Daimao 8 stages. So I think they're feeling good.
Undoubtedly, yes. I think I think Nina's whole game plan was incredibly. It felt like the Lich that I talked about earlier, very calculated.
Yeah.
Like everything was made with a very clear intent of purpose. Like the recognition that the Unbreakable, which is when it was, informing the decision to slug heavy later in the game. The relentless tunnel out of MASH once it was realized that they weren't the DS survivor. It was all very like the vociferousness with which the 3-gen was protected. It all just worked.
Yeah,
The survivors made her work for it, but came in with a plan and it was executed. Much more to say than that, really.
It's so nice to see that even these new comp generation has the ice in their veins to just stare down the 3-gen in a situation where it feels like maybe the game is slipping out of your fingers, and to just have the patience to make the correct plays against some veterans in the scene. It's really, really cool to see.
Absolutely. So how if you were the killer for Team Rocket for Team Rocket going into this, how would you be feeling?
I'm not sure. I think I would still feel pretty good, right? You're up 1-0 in the set, and in Blight, many things can happen. 4K2s can happen. So I would just go in and play my best and not worry about it too much. You still have an unknown set coming up, and you know that Rocket can do incredible things on that killer. So I'm not sweating it just yet. I think I'm still sitting very comfortably, even though this is not my pick. I will just play it out as well as I can. Just basically stick to the game plan of getting an early tunnel out. Try to find deliverance. That's always a bonus if you can make that happen.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of deliverance denial this game. Like this, we saw it in the previous Blight sets, and what deliverance did come into play in Nina's set, in this, well, the Nina set she just did, she just powered right through it like it wasn't
Yeah,
even there.
absolutely.
Like, oh, what's that? You're off the hook. I disagree. You're back on it. Like I think she got unhooked. The survivor with Deli got unhooked. I think it was Rocket unhooked from their second hook while they were still broken from the deliverance off the first hook. It was incredibly quick. Just like get right back on the floor if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, the more value the survivor team's deliverance gets, the worse it's going to be for Rocket's Blight.
Yeah, there's so much metagaming in the Blight set, but the one thing that you rarely see is anti-tunnel on Deliverance. Sometimes teams will stack all of the perks on Deliverance and you end up with a bit of a chill build. Just having, for example, Deliverance, Sprint Burst, Decisive Strike, Unbreakable all in one build. Because the killer expects there to not be anti-tunnel. And if they then decide to tunnel the Deliverance player, they're in for Rude Awakening. But most of the time, you just want to have the Deliverance player play very passively until the first unhook, and then have them step in and help out their team, just like Rocket did. I think Rocket did an incredible job on the pack and really showed how to play to its full potential.
Undoubtedly. No, I don't want to see these guys go. You know, I hear it. Like I am obviously you came into this as a fan of Aphelion. You know, you've got people on the team that you get along with. I think I've become a fan of Aphelion as well. Like over the course of this, you know, you said it was a David and Goliath story, and I'm buying into it. You know, I'm here for the dynamic.
It's always fun to root for the underdog, and I've seen this team struggle, and I've had people doubting themselves and just realizing, hey, we can make it, and we can take it all the way against some really good team with some top tier players on them. It's going to be such a confidence boost, and I can't wait to see what else this team can do in the future. This is just the start for this team. So
absolutely.
if you wanna hop on the Aphelion fan train on the bandwagon, hop on right now.
Yeah, now's the time before it goes mainstream and we start seeing them on the news.
You can be like, I was an Aphelion fan before they won DBD League.
Before it was cool, yeah. Before they ritually sacrificed Wispy.
No comment on that.
I don't know. It was just a random name, but pull that in my head. I'm not trying to start something with Wispy here. This is not really my pay grade.
No, that's okay. But yeah, we're loading into the Blight set. We've seen this set carried on the shoulders of incredible individual chases on the side from Team Aphelion. You cannot expect that every game. So,
of course.
That's something quite out of the ordinary. But I don't want to discredit the chase strength of Team Aphelion members in any way. If they can reproduce what they've done versus Oh Boy, I think they're taking this.
For sure.
If they can't, it's still going to be a super close match. Rocket is loading in on the Blight. No corrupt intervention, instead bringing Infectious Fright. So that's one way of potentially snuffing out the hiding Deliverance survivor if they don't expect it. Rocket sees two survivors posturing aggressively and decides against both of them. We do have Metal on Sprint Burst again. And Nashelnik, actually hiding where another survivor is, so that the Sprint Burst Metal would draw the attention, but it is Azini, who Rocket has set his eyes on now, gets a good pallet spawn here, drops it, no tag just yet. The chase goes to the main building.
Oh, immediately back on top of Metal. Pallet goes down, doesn't manage to get the hit at that pallet. Metal's not trying to make distance here using the Commander Rush tokens. Happy to stay at this tile for a while, I think.
Yeah, we're seeing Rocket playing it a bit fast and loose with the rushes. Definitely not the patience coming through that we've seen in the previous sets. So now his M1 knowledge is going to be tested.
The Icy Cane Clobber.
Oh, no pallet here. This might be a 2-tap onto metal.
Oh, there is a pallet, but
pallet.
maybe Rocket can play it. Oh
my god, that was so close.
Yeah, metal feeling the whoosh of the Icy Cane behind him, ruffling through his hair like a cover of Romance novel.
Makes the vault on the shack window, able to drop shack pallet as well.
We see the ruin about to go, just a second, it's in Zelnick. And that's down.
That's again a pretty solid fast chase, I would say. But again, we don't have it on the optimal survivor. But
indeed.
If someone, if someone can make something happen with very little, it's Metal. We've seen it before.
Yes, Metal is. It looks like the 4 people second win survivor, so definitely not the worst person to pick. Not the best. Isn't the Deliverance, but you know, it's better than hooking the person with the Yank Tunnel first.
The second best person for sure. So Rocket can be very happy to have found this survivor. If he's able to down him again in a timely manner.
Yes.
And our survivors were confident in their first chase. They weren't stacking a gen, they were actually splitting gens and getting the ruin as well. And they are rewarded by trusting their teammate to have a good chase. And are able to pop 2 generators, get rid of the ruin, get rid of the wretched fate as we see on the HUD as well. And
Xeni's already on that wretched fate, chewing through that totem.
We know Nashelnik is gonna be in position for that unhook any second now. There he goes.
It's Deliverance time.
Does get denied the prompt. Very risky here. Okay,
Infectious Fright. So Rocket knows a Metal is, thank God.
Yeah, very important. Okay, this is Metal's hometown. You can't beat him here.
He is the 50-50-er. Can he even count to 50? I hope so.
Oh, Metal goes down.
Unfortunate.
Not able to extend the chase this time, and Nashelnik still in the basement. Xeni had to rotate over, get the pickup. And Rocket...
Return to the basement for our good pal Metal.
Sees 2 survivors skittering out of the basement like rats. Nashelnik tail between the legs. Just need to get away from that. Really unfortunate that Metal was not able to last a little bit longer. But of course, he did not have a whole lot to work with. And unfortunately, lost 1 very important 50 on that rock. This is still a decent game state for Aphelion. Last time we had the tunnel out at 3 generators completed. And so far, Team Aphelion have been really good at avoiding unnecessary tags. Really only taking the tag onto Nashelnik when he was trading for the Deliverance. And maybe, if he can get the plot twist off this time, that could be a big difference maker.
That could be a huge deal. Nina's got a gen here that's very high progress as well. It does have eruption on it.
Yeah, Nashelnik is going to make his way to the basement again, but Rocket is here. Because expecting the pull to come through, a little bit of a body block. I think Nashelnik still makes this interesting.
Yes.
Try to cut off the survivor with the vault, not able to. Now with the... Again, no plot twist, that's so unfortunate.
That's incredibly crushing, yes.
It's a bit of a new adaptation to have...
Nina's in to help escort Metal off the premises.
They know the win condition.
They do.
It's a bit of a new... adaptation of playing Deliverance. Some people really like plot twist on Deliverance. Other people prefer the more traditional Unbreakable. But you can definitely see what the weakness of plot twist on Deliverance is. It's just, you have to have someone come for you. And Metal does make a good bit of distance with the help of Xeni, but eventually does go down, and this is going to be the elimination.
Indeed, but Xeni's got 1 gen at very high progression here. If Rocket chooses to go to the basement, oh no. Yeah, if Rocket chooses to, no, he's going to Xeni off the gen, sure.
The reset does come through as well, though, and Rocket is still near the shack. Takes attack onto Nina. That is going to allow
got no fear.
to pop the gen. Okay.
Nicely done, Zini. And there's a stun. There we go.
Nice,
Doesn't even get
great
picked up out of
stun.
it.
That was a bit of a commitment for sure. We can definitely
It
say
was.
that Rocket's gen split is way worse than Nina's was. So if our survivors are able to reset, play it slow, and just work main building and shack at the same time, they're in a very good position. As Nishani does take a tag on the edge map, but he does still have
Rockets.
the plot twist.
Yes, and also critically, Najant does have the deliverance too.
Yeah. So this
So-
survivor is immune right now.
Yeah, these survivors do have some handy tools in their arsenal. Eh.
Plot twist coming through, forcing the pickup.
Big flopper.
Rocket knows that this main generator is going to be pressured. Decides to break the wall for easier access. Nashalnik
There goes the
deliverance
deli.
coming through. Sees the blood of Zini in the corner here. Interesting check spot, very unique. As Rocket decides to commit this.
Zini paths inside the building. The gen is currently regressing, so it cannot be eruptioned.
Yeah, if you play this patiently, this is a pretty safe pallet. Unfortunately, Zini with a bit of a panic vault into the waiting
Yeah,
arms of Rocket.
we've all been there. I am there
Gets
every day
slapped
of my
now.
life.
Yeah. It's not a panic vault. I'm just not winning the 50 right now. You wouldn't get it.
It's a vigilance vault.
This is a pretty tough position for Team Aphelion to be in, because
Indeed.
in the 3v1 with the gen pressure they currently have, it's going to be very hard to pop this one gen. If Nina is able to out-stealth this the search efforts of Rocket, that is going to give Aphelion a fighting chance at getting the win condition here, because Rocket
Yeah.
is very thorough, but Nina is not here.
Or sniffing the lockers just to make sure. It does actually buy time for some healing. Up at the main building.
Zini does get fully reset as Nashalnik gets found. Has this pallet to work with. That is so deceivingly strong. Does come down, which makes it a lot weaker. No plot
Charlotte
twist
gets the
in
clobber.
time.
Infectious fright trigger, so we know where. We know where Zini is.
Eruption did trigger, but did not reveal the aura of Nina. But you just see how the dynamic of the game changes completely. Once a survivor gets removed from the trial, it is becoming so... Oh my god,
Oh,
Rocket!
Nina discovered. That's heartbreaking.
Pull comes through. Is Rocket going to commit this? Yes, he is. As
Infectious fright plot twist scream.
no. Okay. Unbreakable on Nina, plot twist on Nashalnik, Zini on the gen. This is not as bad as it might look for Team
Yes.
Aphelion.
We're about to see survivors getting up.
Yeah. They have their survivors
Popping up
right
the ground
where
like
they
a mole
want
rat.
them.
Popping up out of the ground like a mole rat.
We're all down. It's fine, guys. I have you beat. Now the pressure is just mounting.
Bounce landing off the hill.
so
We'd love
much.
to see it. Holy double vault.
Really good.
Almost.
Loses the 50 there, though. Well played by Rocket. He just plays all the killers, and he does so well on all of them.
Yeah, Rocket's unstoppable.
Oh, this is getting really tense. It's just
It is,
so
yeah.
hard to get any progress in the 3v1, and the survivors know it, and the killer knows it too. Rocket knows he has a lot of time to work with. We need one of those individual pop-off chases again to make something happen here. Otherwise, this is looking like a tie.
Quite likely. More, just every time a gen gets kicked, every time a pallet gets broken, the margin for error for these survivors gets smaller and smaller.
The reset onto Zini does come through.
Yeah.
Nina does not have a lot of resources to play in this area of the map. Rocket knows Unbreakable has been used, so elects not to pick her. Goes back to the generator at Shack, but with Eruption I don't think that there's a lot of progress anymore. It was at like
There
70%,
goes
and
Zini.
Zini takes another hit here. Doesn't have the buzz, doesn't have a lot of resources.
That's heartbreaking. Looks like Nizelvik's getting the pick up on Nina at least. They're just
This
playing a
pallet is all they
whack-a-mole at this
have.
point.
Nashanik still has nice dead heart from Zini. He just hits
Beautiful.
those. Nashanik still has
Can you get much out of it?
will make it.
Ooh,
Nice dodge if
just
the pallet is
about.
still up. Can we
Look at the
last
end.
on this? This should be the
Not
down.
quite heartbreaking.
Ah.
Just immediately drops to check on those gens. Does not want to risk a gen slipping through here.
Yeah, the pressure is just so high that Rocket is able to exert, and the survivors will make it still in play. So a fast pickup and reset could come through. Rocket is smelling something.
Yeah,
and
Nina's been found.
it's a Hinatu. I think Nina is just gonna force a pickup in basement or something. No, actually trying to make some distance here, playing the edge map, Rocket bumping, elects to fatigue. Nina lasting a couple more precious seconds here. Does go down again with another eruption triggering. No information from Infectious right though. Oh, what a beautiful find into the Shelnik and the edge map.
That I think is going to be the
Yeah.
the find that seals the fate of this game.
This looks like the game decider.
Yeah,
Again.
the game of whack-a-mole is over.
Very valiantly fought. Definitely really well
Especially
played
with the
by-
odds of an infectious fright trigger potentially showing us where Zini is. No, not quite. Zini's not
Yeah.
quite there yet, but that just means it's a pickup for free.
Yeah, and this is why the 3v1 is a whole different story. It was looking so good in the 4v1, and I think
Yeah.
as soon as Zini committed to that generator, taking attack for it, that was where it kind of looked like Aphelion were just committing to the 4k1, which is good. It's the tie condition, right?
Yes.
But a win here would have meant so much for them.
It really would have done.
Oh, Rocket on the game sense, finds Zini over here.
And that was all she wrote. Looks like just another 4k1 for Rocket. So that looks like is that considered properly a tie, or is it, or are we doing the length thing with the how long players were in the match? Was that specifically saved for tiebreakers?
As far as I'm aware, the tiebreaker time rule only applies for the first round and the quarterfinals.
I see.
So I think we are going to play the tiebreaker, and if the tiebreaker is a tie, I think the Blight match has to get replayed, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm sure someone from behind the scenes can confirm that.
Oh, I've just
Never mind.
yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
Yeah, just here. Nope. Apparently, this is a win for Rocket. The time rule is in play.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for this being so anti-climatic now. Climactic. The Team Rocket is our Tenax number 13 winner. I thought we would
They
go to the
are, yes.
tiebreaker.
Well,
I'm super sorry.
well,
Again,
congratulations to Team Rocket for an extremely magnanimous victory that we are definitely putting the appropriate level of enthusiasm into, because we definitely knew it was coming.
Yeah, super well played.
Absolutely well
has
done.
been decided on time, since Team Rocket was able to get the 4K 2 minutes faster than Team Aphelion. Again, huge shout out to Team Aphelion for making it all the way to the grand finals. I'm super proud of them, and
Yes.
I'm sure that they are proud of themselves too. They did a wonderful job. Congratulations to Team Rocket, now 2-time event winner. Definitely a team that has been terrorizing Tenax ever since they decided to show up, and I hope that many more teams show up in the future.
Absolutely. What a relentlessly impressive and very long evening. But we got an achievement. A game did not go to tiebreakers with us casting it.
It's absolutely wild,
That's
isn't
never happened before. What a miracle! Well, say miracle. We didn't get more Dead by Daylight, but
it?
it's unheard of at least.
Pixelbush, I had an amazing time casting with you again. It's always so much fun.
Likewise, you are the I've gotten so used to casting with you now. It feels like second nature, and casting with other people is going to feel really odd if I end up doing
That's
it again in the near future.
that's the biggest compliment I could ever get.
It's entirely deserved.
Okay. Do you want to say something, or should I
Yes.
get on with the formalities?
I have nothing else that I think needs to be said beyond thanks to our awesome producer and tech folks. Alma, as usual, manning all the gubbins and gubbins and software behind all of this. Always improving it, always improving the show. So I know he's probably blushing a little bit right now because he doesn't like it, or he doesn't like it when I shout him out. But we love you, Alma. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you so much to Alma, our producer. Thank you so much to all the referees working behind the scenes and all of the staff. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you to Zach for organizing the tournament. Thank you to you, the viewers, for watching. If you've been enjoying the show, considering giving us a follow. We do these tournaments every other week, and we welcome everybody from experienced veteran to up and coming talent. So yeah, join the Tenax Discord, and thank you to the teams for playing and being so exceptionally fast with the builds, the picks, and bans. Congratulations to Team Rocket, and I want to give a shout out to The Loading Screen, which is an esports news channel on YouTube that is run by Crack Media. Every other Tuesday, they upload !TLS in chat, as well as XP Share, which is a gaming podcast that is live Sundays on all audio platforms and YouTube, !XP Share. And the tournament VOD will be published on the Cracked Media YouTube channel, so be sure to just subscribe over there, YouTube. Again, thank you so much to our sponsor, Cracked Media, for providing us with the prize pool and making all of these events possible. That's going to be it for us today. See you all again in 2 weeks. I'm already looking forward to the next event. Good
Oh,
night.
absolutely. It's going to be a treat. Cheerio.